Hey, all gravity, any day above ground, live it. Good morning to everybody. Of course, it's raining in Atlanta, but that's not going to stop the shine over here. Hey, don't you just love it? I should have got the Paul Mooney clip where he said everybody want to be it until it's time to be in. Um, word of advice to the dark skinned people of the world. And this probably goes for me too. If you're not of the lineage, you probably shouldn't say the N word. It's not a good look. And we see you as much as a coward when you do it online. Because we know damn well you wouldn't go outside and say that. Film don't count. Your house doesn't count. Yes, you see what's on the screen. This person, Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. Yes, he wrote that tweet. We're going to look at it in its full glory. Boy, you know it's election season. But anyway, let's see who is in here, and then we're going to start. Because we're going to hit you with a little bit of trivia before we get into this tweet. Torian Rain, good morning. Johnny Gibbs, good morning. Jerry Bedford, good morning. And no, he does not look like an Indian version of Paul Mooney because he has no swag, which we're going to show later too. Wallow J, good morning. Reparations Nation, good morning. Miss Nisi, good morning. Zava Javier, good morning. You seem new, but welcome. Shamika Gray, good morning. And for those who haven't said anything yet in the live or the chat box, comment box, whatever the hell that thing is, good morning. Okay, trivia time. Would you like to see his ex-wife? I think you would like to see her. Yes. Yes.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
That is correct, family. This is his ex-wife. Yes. I know. Bye-bye. My daughter is off to her dance class. Yes. Yes, that is his ex-wife, what you see on this screen. Yes, the legend. It was the nanny. They were married for 2 years. But here's the thing. It wasn't out of love. It was for friendship. They had a whole ceremony, but they said they're getting married to show their friendship, their deep friendship for each other. And they were such friends, they ended it 2 years later. Yes. This would be called If the Nanny Went to Bollywood. Oh my God.
Be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
Yes. He was married to Fran Drescher. Torian said, interesting. I know. But there's your fun trivia. But let's get to the tweet. Tabernacle. Here's the tweet in question. Now, I didn't put the rest of this because we're not promoting this. But for intents and purposes, here learning, we're going to allow that to stay on the screen for a minute. So it says, Trump is a house N-word of the Rothschilds. Okay. He is not a clever businessman, but wholly indebted to them for everything he never earned, including the presidency. You should blame MAGA for that, but okay. All else is theater to keep the MAGA-tards on the Swarm's plantation. Now, he's running for president as an independent. Funny thing. You're running for president, nobody heard about you except your fringe base. I mean, hell, they even had some other Indian run for president, and at least we know who he was. But, far be it from me to compare Shiva and the god Vishnu. I'm not qualified. Torian said, you didn't know who this dude until 5 minutes ago. There you go. Cosmic Fury, good morning. You said, Errol, Vivek will never mention how dangerous it is to be a woman in this country, but has smoke for us. Well, what's the funny thing? Vivek knew what time it was because he don't even talk about that no more. But all right, let's continue. I want to see what these comments look like. No, we're not gonna see to get us on the balance on every state. If you want to get off their plantation, he says, plantation. All right. No, that Shiva, and good morning, Black Storm. That Shiva has 2 E's. Oh, don't worry. NetherRealm knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. And she had fake tits.
Bro, what you on?
But anyway, let's see. That is a lot of words to say Shiva hates Jews. I don't know how the hell you got that out of there, but okay. Actually, I have great respect for the Jewish people because you lay down. Never mind. We're not going there, but do hate Zionists. You're going to see this a lot through the live today. You clearly hate Jews by the fact that you equate both. Okay. This was the other one that prompted me to do this stream. It wasn't because of that, just that tweet. It was this. He decided to say, okay, I know that tweet is inflammatory, but I'm going to show you context. Malcolm X provides scientific definition of the difference between the house N-word versus the field N-word. Trump, Biden, booby equals house ends. Get educated or be on the plantation. Be the light. Dr. Shiva, field N. So this man said he gonna be in the field with us. He was gonna be in the field with the real ones. And then you're gonna use Malcolm X. Okay. So somebody wants to be white adjacent. I get it. Did you even know in Southeast Asia, they speak French?
Who is we? Who is we?
Oh, Miss Nisi, he's not a grifter. No. He's not a grifter. Oh, he's been on this bullshit for years. We're going to show you. We're going to show you later. Okay. We already know this speech. We're not going to play it. Do we have white versions of house slaves? Because I know a lot of white people who love being slaves to the system. New Black Media and the master teachers have told us for years they will use our words to sound like us. So just because he used the N-word and had a Malcolm X video, now they all come and talk about truth. Truth. This is why this troll, because we know damn well I don't look like him, called him out for using the N-word. I always heard the terms as house slave and field slave, but when it comes to the use of that word, here's one take. While it's comedic in presentation, perhaps there's something to it being all or nothing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, Tori, he wanted to say the word. He just wanted an excuse to say it. Again, hey, Dr. Shiva, why don't you come outside and say that word? We'll invite you to Atlanta. Say this tweet out loud in Atlanta. I'm trying to see something. Because me personally, I've never seen somebody that's not black say the N-word end up running down 285 on the shoulder. I ain't never seen it. Might be kind of funny. Fuck a Waffle House. No, I will take him to a nice restaurant, nice black-owned restaurant, and he go in there and show that tweet. Everybody put down their forks, even though the chicken and waffles were hitting. And they gonna be like this. Hey, say that again. And then he beat his ass. And then here come the per capita folk. Just saying. All right. We continue, though. We continue. Yeah, I would love for him to say it in the field. You know, we always need more fertilizer. Jesus, I can't believe I said that. I said it.
Hey!
You can't talk like that, insane baby. You literally have no strategy in effective communication. You have to learn to play the game within a system to penetrate it and gain influence and possibly get elected to office. You were running for president after all. I don't trust Indians, unfortunately. Whoa, bro, who is this guy? Trump opposed the central banks by being anti-war. I just couldn't love you more, Dr. Shiva. Here we go. Hope you have an amazing weekend, sir. It's funny from the guy who invented the email. I have a difficult time trying to remain relevant on the world stage. Pathetic. I like your style. Respect. You are so brave with your words. Notice it's only white people putting him over for saying this. But we got to go here, family. We got to go here. This comment. Now, Dr. Shiva's claim to fame is he invented email. Yes, you heard that right. I am not exaggerating. I'm not just saying that because I just want to say it. Dr. Shiva has claimed that in 1978, as a teenager, he invented email. Let's see if that's true.
You know, let me go here. There's I'm gonna move on. There's a growing concern in
Tabernacle. NBC News. This was way back, I think 2018, correct? 2018, right? 2019. Defamation lawsuit brought by self-proclaimed email inventor settles. Shiva Ayyadurai claims that he invented email as a teenager in 1978, despite the Smithsonian saying that exchanging messages through computer systems predates the work. Did you know that? Yeah, that's right. Oh, we're going to get to the proof, Miss Niecy. We're going to get to the proof. I have the proof, actually. Look at this. Why does he look like he finna go? He don't look like he finna go do nothing except go solve some crime. This would be, you know who he looked like? He looked like that immigrant detective that they call in to solve the crime that the white people can't fix. That's who he looks like. Like if you see him coming, you know you might as well just tell the truth because he fixing to find you out. You called him monk. You ain't shit. Did you know he's actually Italian? Yes, Tony Shalhoub is actually Italian. He's not South Asian. The more you know. We're actually going to put that as a drop. But let's read this article, shall we? A defamation lawsuit against tech news website TechDirt, filed by a Massachusetts man who questionably claimed to have invented email in numerous articles, has been settled. Shiva Ayyadurai attorney Charles Harder, released a statement earlier in the week noting that no money had changed hands, and it wrote that both parties were pleased to have resolved this matter. Since 2011, Ayyadurai has put forward his claim that he invented email as a teenager in 1978 and also claims he was the first to use the term email. He got attention in both Time and the Washington Post in late 2011 and early 2012, respectively, which repeated his claim, citing the Smithsonian's acceptance of 1978 era materials donated by Ayyadurai. But in February 2012, the Smithsonian issued a statement saying that exchanging messages through computer systems, what most people call email, predates the work of Ayyadurai. The Post ombudsman then admitted that the paper's earlier coverage had been inaccurate. Additionally, numerous scholars of the era, including John Vitale, who authored an email program called MSG in 1975, and Vint Cerf, a co-inventor of the TCP/IP protocol upon which the internet is based, have publicly dismissed Ayyadurai's claims. As part of the agreement, TechDirt must add links to a previous rebuttal that Ayyadurai authored years ago, according to Harder. Harder, a Beverly Hills-based attorney, also worked as Hulk Hogan's attorney in a lawsuit against the website Gawker, which ultimately drove the site into bankruptcy. On Friday, TechDirt founder Mike Masnick formally informed his readers of the deal, writing that the entire process has been quite a pain for us. We're happy to have it behind us, he also said in a separate phone interview. I don't think it will change the way we report. We do what we do, and we fought it the way we did because we believed in the way we reported on him, and I don't see why we would change. We stand by what we wrote, and we will continue to report the way we report. Neither Ayyadurai nor Harder, immediately responded to requests for comment. So there you go. But I told you, we have proof. And it's going to be funny where I got this proof from. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I want to show y'all something because it'll give a little bit more context to when we show you the proof.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
We're calling fair use early because this is his campaign video. I want you to hear what he says within the first 10 seconds, and it'll provide some context to when I show you the proof. Fair use.
Who would have ever thought I'd be running for president of the United States of America? I was born a low-caste untouchable in India.
By the way, he has the black conservative aesthetic.
Who would have ever thought I'd be running?
The backwards hat. Once you see the backwards hat on a video, you know that's a black conservative aesthetic. Just want to point that out. Go ahead.
Running for president of the United States of America. I was born a low-caste untouchable in India's caste system. A system
low caste untouchable in India's caste system, meaning he was dark-skinned and they don't like that. But all right.
System of aristocracy, oppression, and racism. My name is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. I'm an MIT PhD, a Fulbright scholar, a scientist, engineer, entrepreneur, and inventor. My family and I left India to come to America on my 7th birthday. I grew up in the working class neighborhoods of New Jersey, playing baseball, mowing lawns, painting houses, and coding software. My friends and neighbors were blacks, Italians, Irish, people of all races. As a 14-year-old, I wrote 50,000 lines of software code to create the world's first email system, and was awarded the first U.S. copyright for email, recognizing me as its official inventor at a time when copyright was the only way to protect software invention. I did that long before I ever came to MIT, revealing that big innovations can occur anytime, any place by anybody. Growing up, I saw politicians dividing us by race and religion in both America and India, to have us fighting each other while they remain safe in their gated communities and in their playgrounds of Hollywood, Martha's Vineyard, and Silicon Valley. I'm a fighter. I fought racism, exposed their imperialist wars, fought for workers, and put my life on the line against global corruption.
So you're not going to mention. So I saw a whole bunch of Democrats and liberals and George Bush. But all right.
And expose their imperialist wars, fought for workers, and put my life on the line against global corruption. I never wanted to run for political office. All that changed when I
Hey,
and put my life on the line against
wait
global
a minute,
corruption. I never wanted
sir.
to run for.
So you made sure to come to America, do all that so you could get the white woman. Torian, you out of line. You say he used AI. You out of line. There's your M. Night Shyamalan twist. Shyamalan twist. There it is. He did all that just to get a white woman. This was the end goal, family.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Political office. All that changed when I saw working Americans as never before being duped by the establishment and the not so obvious establishment. Across left and right, we were being sold out and made to forget why we came to America and why America.
Oh, he called out the social media conservatives. Oh,
America existed. Lawyers, academics, billionaires, celebrities, and politicians, elites, Clintons, Kennedys, Bidens, Obamas, Bushes, black and white have hijacked America. They printed trillions for their friends.
so you grew up and didn't see color. Now all of a sudden you're running for president, and blacks and whites have taken over America. Did you hear what he said? They love telling on themselves. Again, another classic example of the American racist. They'll say something and within 10 seconds own themselves. We'll play that again, just so y'all see it. I didn't mean to go all the way back to where he was almost holding hands with the white woman, but I just want to make sure y'all hear everything he says.
Political office. All that changed when I saw working Americans as never before being duped by the establishment and the not so obvious establishment. Across left and right, we were being sold out and made to forget why we came to America and why America existed. Lawyers, academics, billionaires, celebrities, and politicians, elites, Clintons, Kennedys, Bidens, Obamas, Bushes, black and white have hijacked America. They
Black and white have hijacked America. Black and white have hijacked America. Okay. No, Torian. He is not out of line and out of order. He is out of that curry sauce.
This is way over the edge. Like we it's not even over the edge. We died already.
This is beyond the event horizon. Like we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah, we about to hit the vortex.
Yeah.
I thought you said you didn't see color, sir. You grew up in a neighborhood in suburban New Jersey where you had a whole bunch of kids around that were different races and colors, and you didn't see color. Now you see color. Okay. All right.
printed trillions for their friends. They delivered crumbling infrastructure, corruption, and racism. They've transferred trillions to themselves, dividing black and white, fear-mongering and fake science, lockdowns and censorship, dirty air, food and water, pushing drugs upon us, making us sicker. We've been sold out. One set of rules for them and another for us. We deserve a warrior with a history of courage and putting everything on the line for you, who believes in you, not them, who has created a movement bottoms up for truth, freedom, health.
Sir, here's the problem with your movement. I'm not disrespecting it, but I'm finna disrespect it right here. Why you talk about this movement, but nobody's ever heard of it? You've been around conceivably since, we'll say, 2012. How come nobody's ever heard of you? And I got people in here that have been on Twitter since then. Where have you been? How come nobody's talking about you? I saw your little bullshit Zoom interviews and roundtable discussions. Don't nobody talk about your shit. Your channel don't get promoted, even though you got 6-figure subscribers. What the hell? And I've been in these political circles. I've never heard of you. Even the ones that they try to keep away, you could at least still hear their name. They don't even check for you. He came from Periscope. Well, there you go. If he came from Periscope, that tells me everything then. You're a loser, sir. But black and white, according to him, is basically destroying the country. All right. Well, here's an idea, sir. Since you come from that homeland, go back. I'm sure they'll love Dr. Shiva over there.
Expose their lies at the right time, never waiting until it was popular. I've exposed their false gods who exist to lead you back to them. I've exposed their fake science of lockdowns and masking and provided you solutions to fight them and win and protect your immune system, saving millions. I exposed Fauci.
Which you probably got from doing years of holistic research.
Galvanized the Fire Fauci campaign when others remained silent. When they stole our election, we sued the government and
Huh? Say that again. And what do you want, a bus? He on a school bus. Is Miss Frizzle driving?
provided you solutions to fight them and win.
He wrote vitamin D defends you. Like we haven't been saying this for years. What? My God. He's so groundbreaking.
And protect your immune system, saving millions. I exposed Fauci, galvanized the Fire Fauci campaign when others.
Sir, everybody was yelling fire Fauci. What are you talking about, boy? Sir, everybody was yelling fire Fauci's ever since AIDS. What are you talking, man? Ooh, boy. Damn, they can just they just remix themselves. I get it. Nightfall Drive, good morning. Reps, good morning. Pajit problem. Yeah, looks like it. Shebrew Copper, good morning. Still Kevin Trees, I don't know if I said good morning to you, but good morning. And Black First Coffee, good morning. All right, continue, sir. Now you're driving through New York City. Okay. In the school bus. Let me see Miss Frizzle one time, because we know you like them white.
Remained silent. When they stole our election, we sued the government and
Oh, here we go again. Okay, sir, can we wait till they drop the documents in like 5 years so we can hear y'all say that you were right about them doing what they did? Because we're going to show that later too, family. Put a pin in that.
Twitter in our historic 2020 federal lawsuit, exposing in bare view the government and big tech censorship infrastructure, the unholy alliance between government and social media companies. Where was Elon and his grifters? They stood by the sidelines and did nothing. They did not use their megaphones to help us when it could have.
Okay, that's probably the best thing he put in this whole campaign video. Elon dancing like an asshole. What that just became a drop too.
Elon and his grifters. They stood by the sidelines and did nothing. They did not use their megaphones to help us when it could have made a big difference. Now our movement grows for truth, freedom, health, independent of all of them. Every day, millions are learning the science of systems, the knowledge the elites do not want you to have, so you may learn how to think, stand up, and fight, independent of.
This sounds like black grassroots. Dare I say it, family? I'm finna go on camera when I say this. Dare I say this sounds woke?
Oh my God, bruh. We gonna keep this? Nigga.
I just wanted to make sure to play that clips because, you know, since he likes to say the N-word, just want him to feel comfortable. Yes, Cosmo Fury, you guys do got good tomatoes filled with cesium. That's right. I said it. But yeah, this is what we doing. This sounds woke, sir. But he hasn't said woke yet. Maybe he will. Let's see.
The establishment of left and right and their fake heroes. Now it's time for you to join the movement, to win back America, to win back truth, win back freedom, win back your health. That's why I'm running for president of the United States. This race is about you. This race is about truth, freedom, health versus power, profit, control. We've had enough. They think we'll fall in line and vote again for their lawyers, celebrities, billionaires, and chosen ones from above. We choose our heroes from below, from the rank and file, who do what is right at the right time, not when it's convenient and popular. They can never represent us. What America needs is a movement by the working people, for the working people, who are educated, organized, decentralized, and fight for independence from their systems of control. And that movement exists. It's ready for you. We don't need them. We need us to go bottoms up, neighbor to neighbor. My journey, your journey are all the same. It's our time. It's time we had one of us. It's time to win back truth, freedom, health, to win back America. Be part of this historic movement, all the way to our victory on November 5th, 2024. If you're an American citizen, pledge your vote now for Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, the independent candidate for U.S. president. No matter where you live, you can be a part of this. Volunteer as little as 20 minutes a day. Don't delay. This is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, and I approve this message, paid for by Dr. Shiva for president.
Who is we? Who is we?
Me and Torian thinking the same. Oh my God. Okay, so you got that context. You got that context. I have a question. Since you want to talk about, we're trying to make sure that we fight for our freedoms again, because they always want to talk about freedom during an election cycle. Okay. I have a question, sir. This is just me. I got a question. Because I looked you up. I wanted to see how much money you got. And I came across this. Now, you see that name highlighted, Stephen Hotz. Okay. I mean, it's a very innocuous name until you do some research and you realize he one of them. Conservative talk radio host, conspiracy theorist, Republican activist, and mega donor in Texas. You're donating to them type of folk, and we're supposed to take you serious. Why would he? AAPI sticks together. Jersey Fresh what? The only thing y'all got fresh in Jersey is Wawa sandwiches. Here you go. Here you go. He about to be mad at me. But anyway, there you go. He gave him $2,300. Then gave him another $2,700. He gave him $5,000. Man, you better go sit down. But all right. Let's go look at this context. This is what I'm going to show you. Tabernacle. I'm on a website called The Wire, not the Daily Wire. This is an Indian website. Who figured out the context and why I'm showing this? Since he wants to talk about black and white so much. Listen, have you seen the sassy peaches down here? You would risk it all for one of these Georgia sassy peaches. But anyway, who figured out why I have this website up? Since he wanted to talk about black and white is basically destroying the country. And why he talked about the caste system in India. If you didn't figure it out, his homeland publishes an article about him inventing email. They gave the white man the credit. Yes, they did. Maybe that's why he'll never go back home. But let's see. Did Shiva Ayyadurai invent email? It isn't simple. You're probably missing the point. Who really invented email? An American ARPANET engineer who created a fundamental transmission protocol, or India-born teenager who came up with a relatively novel user interface? Woo! We're going to have fun. We're not going to read all of this. Here we go. We're going to start here. On March 6th, computer engineer Ray Tomlinson, who worked at Bolt, Beranek, and Newman, now BBN Technologies, not BBLs, a military contractor that has most notably built ARPANET, the predecessor to the internet, as the inventor and primary pioneer of email, and his obituaries and tributes reflected that. Everybody from The Guardian to The Verge underscore his contributions in this regard. Nearly half a day later, a number of Indian news publications started circling the other half of the story, namely noting the Mumbai-born Shiva Ayyadurai's claim of being the inventor of email was just as strong. Wait a minute. They said on God. Wait a minute. They said on God. Let me get off camera. They said on God. On Mahashiva Rati. I'm sorry. Ratri. We're just going to say on God. On God, email pioneer Shiva Ayyadurai praised for recognition, ran the Times of India headline. The Indian Express, on the other hand, more or less reproduced a letter that Ayyadurai had sent out to a number of journalists a day after Tomlinson passed away. Damn, he didn't even let the body get 24 hours. Shh. How do we reconcile these two claims, deciding who should really get credit? The glory of being the person to invent email is an icky populist affair that is rarely bolstered by actual facts. Subsequently, what follows below is a critical look at the work of Tomlinson and Ayyadurai, the environments in which they produced their work, and the legacy of their work. You stop it. You stop it. You know they're sacred. You stop it. Tomlinson. Most news stories on Tomlinson get it right that he invented a method by which people could send person-to-person messages to other computer users on other servers. Why does this explanation seem a little complicated? Simply because back in 1970, we could already send electronic messages to users on the same computer or computers on the same server. Once computers were able to talk to other computers through networking, computer engineers needed to find a way to expand electronic communication. In simple language, you needed a way from leaving electronic post-it notes to sending electronic letters with addresses displayed on the envelope. What Tomlinson did was that he tweaked the SND software program, which was developed and used at the University of California, Berkeley for its internal messaging system in order to be able to send messages into the mailbox of a user on a different computer or server. In order to replicate the addresses we use on physical letters, Tomlinson decided that the AAPI key could be used in order to specify the recipient's computer as well as her account name. The standards that he developed for this allowed messages to be sent from different types of computers to other different computers. The standard of intercompatibility, along with the usage of the @ sign, has been widely seen as the birth of email. Did you get all that? All right. Ayyadurai. The work that Ayyadurai carried out in 1978 had very little to do with the text messaging standards that Tomlinson created in 1971. It was, as he describes in his book, The Email Revolution, an electronic version of an inter-office physical mail system. According to the Westinghouse Talent Award entry on Ayyadurai's work, the system was a simple electronic mail system running on an HP 1000 time-sharing mini computer. Inspired by how physical memos would work in offices, his system, created for the University of Medicine and Dentistry, New Jersey, came with a relatively novel user interface that included features such as inbox and outbox. Users could compose, forward, or reply to messages through various commands. The second defining feature of Ayyadurai's work is that this user interface was decoupled from how the actual message would be sent. The user interface was called the email software program, while the transmission methods were carried out by a piece of software called Sender that actually edited, processed, and transmitted the message. Instead of using a new communication protocol for message transmission, which was essentially what Tomlinson created, Ayyadurai's system was based on using a shared database so that sending a message consisted of essentially inserting or removing records from database tables. These records were replicated across all computers that ran that particular database software. Okay. In what context did the invention occur? Deciding who gets credit for an invention is often a function of what environment the invention occurs within. If a technology-related invention takes place in Silicon Valley, it is more likely that it will get noticed and be placed within a proper historical context when compared to a similar concurrent invention in a country like India. Tomlinson's creation of the standards behind transmitting electronic messages and his use of the @ sign took place in the cradle of software and hardware development, in a company that essentially created the predecessor to the internet. Tomlinson's work, therefore, has been carefully cataloged in and referenced by extremely influential sources such as the Internet Hall of Fame. He has been awarded by the American Computer Museum and the International Academy of Digital Arts and Science. In short, Tomlinson's work took place within a context that allowed it to be properly recognized. In contrast, Ayyadurai's work took place when he was 14 years old and was carried out by the University of Medicine and Dentistry in New Jersey, a place not exactly known for cutting-edge software and hardware development. Jesus. So they shitted on their old people for this white man. He said he did it at 14, and he has pictures, so it must be true. All right. He said he was an engineer, so whatever. His creation has not been assembled as a body of work properly. Jesus. Here comes that caste system. The Westinghouse Science Talent Search Competition has some of his work up, but the actual process of putting it all together happened in an institutional context only in 2012 when the Smithsonian American History Museum accepted some of Ayyadurai's donations to preserve his place in history. I hope you got that. He paid for the Smithsonian to put that shit in there. I hope you understand that. It becomes easier to view Tomlinson as the inventor of email because his work has been published in the RFC's Request for Comment of the Internet Engineering Task Force, the body that creates standards for the internet and network communication. They can trace his work all the way back to 1975 and 77. Ayadurai's work lies in the user interface of the email system and not the transmission protocols. He claims that his system created in 1978 is what most closely resembles what we use today. His claim is that it was the first whole system to offer a particular combination of features, which is why he thinks he's the true inventor of email. What is unclear, however, is how we can place the user interface of Ayadurai's work in the broader history of email development. Put simply, we can't identify how Ayadurai's email system influenced systems that came after his. His technical details, as the SIGGIS Computer History Society notes, were not published in conference proceedings, journal articles, or technical reports. Jesus. Yo, your homeland is shitting on you, but you're worried about what's going on here. I know you live here, but you can't even get credit for something that was invented. They won't even acknowledge the full breadth of what you created. But you want to change the white supremacy system. Boy, if you don't go sit down somewhere. Oh, by the way, this article came out in 2016. So all he got out of that lawsuit, I want you to hear this. All he got out of that lawsuit was a link to where you can read what he brought to the table. That's it. He didn't get money, nothing. He literally got a link in a lawsuit. You paid all that money for them to link things about you. Sure, sir. Sure. But now we go down, because there's a couple other things I want to show you. Oh, you didn't think it could get worse? Family, what if I told you it got worse?
You know, let me go here. There's I'm gonna move on. There's a growing concern in
We have questions, sir. Why would you put this type of tweet up? Like, come on, bro. And you got a blue check, so you could have edited this, and you put it in capital letters. Every presidential candidate except me sucks, Zionist C. Well, sir, interesting choice of words. We have two brothers that have their own set of interesting words.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. I said pause, nigga. Mind you, LeBron is spending $2.5 million on his body. Pause.
I would give it to Barkley. Pause. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, but I'll let you go. Pause.
Go ahead.
It's a luxury to have a big man. Pause. They gave him the soft one. The hard one. Pause, nigga.
All right. That may not sound very presidential, but it's very presidential because I represent the American worker who does not want us to be caught. He did it again. He did it again.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. I said pause, nigga.
Zuckers of Zionism. This is what he wrote. All right, let's hear what he said. He got 1.4 million views on this. It's last November. Okay, let's see.
Every presidential candidate except me sucks Zionist cock. That may not sound.
Pause. Wait, was that a jump cut? Hang on, let me see. Was that a jump cut?
Every presidential candidate except me sucks Zionist cock.
That sounded like a jump cut. Where my video edit is at? That sounded like a jump cut.
every presidential candidate except me sucks Zionist cock. That may not sound presidential, but in fact, it's very presidential because I represent the American worker who does not want us to be cocksuckers of Zionism.
Jesus. Why are you saying these words? You just as bad as Laverne Spicer, sir.
Donald Trump sucks Zionist cock. Nikki
Jesus.
Haley sucks Zionist cock.
My God.
The snake sucks Zionist cock. Chris
There
Christie.
you go. Okay, I take it back earlier. He doesn't like Nikki or Vivek. Okay, say less. I didn't know this. You're still an asshole and we don't like you, but all right. You don't like Nikki. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say Nikki. Y'all gonna yell at me. Nimrod Rada and ramen noodles. But you said the C word about 4 times, bro. Come on now. That's not cool.
Booby fucking Kennedy, Joe Biden, all of these people. The only people that don't suck Zionist cock are the American workers who are being screwed.
5 times?
We're
only at 21 seconds. How many times did you say the C word in less than 25 seconds? Oh my God.
American worker. I'm one of us. But Donald Trump is no different than any one of them. They all serve Israel. Bernie Sanders, for example, is an Israeli citizen. Anthony Blinken is an Israeli citizen. The head of the CDC is an Israeli citizen. All of these people are Israeli citizens. All of these people work together against the American working people. There's a lot of liberal Zionists who are out there saying, ceasefire, peace now. I've seen that for 40 years. It doesn't get us anywhere. All that ceasefire does is let Israel pull back, then go bomb the shit out of the Palestinians again. The only way to end this is we must end the occupation. Ending the occupation means beginning with ending the occupation of America by Zionism. Zionists have taken over every seat of power of the United States. If we're going to free Palestine, we must end the occupation of America by Zionism. If there's anyone who should get military aid, it should be the Palestinian people. I'm not talking about Hamas, by the way, all those morons who think Hamas represents the Palestinian people. Hamas was created by Israel. So when you see Hamas, replace it with Israel. We need to build a bottoms-up movement. Go to Shiva for president.
Nah, we're good. Okay. At least he does some research. Wilberry Muffin, good morning. Who is this plant? This is Dr. Shiva, aka Fran Drescher's ex-husband. Black First Coffee, you ain't lived till you had Jamaican curry. You ain't lived.
Oh my God.
Why? Hey, Shebrew Copper. Now you know damn well he ain't gonna bring up bricks. He tried to skirt around it by putting up that picture from the World Economic Forum. But yeah, there's his ad. He's the fact that you keep saying the C word, boy. But before we go, let's show one last thing. Yeah. Maybe we found out where all his anger comes from, how it manifested itself.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern in.
Yeah, you're reading that correctly. Via the Arizona Central. Auditors replied to Maricopa County's debunking of his election findings. He called them racist. Sir, I thought there was no color when you grew up. Now, so now it's color when you're an adult. Got it. Oh, well, Nightfall Drop. He's been trying to run for stuff since 2018, and he's been failing. He tried to run for Senate, failed in 2018. He tried to run again in 2020, failed. Now he's trying to run in 2024, and he's going to fail. Nobody even knows he's here. I'm sure I'll see a tweet later talking about I'm suspending my campaign. Okay, dude. Damn, why is he holding up 3 fingers? Is he telling you how many tiffins he wants? Jesus, I'm getting in trouble today, family.
No, 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 no.
Blueberry muffin, you out of line. You said hold your own non.
Hey!
You gonna get us in trouble, but I like it. I really think he's asking for 3 tiffin. If y'all don't know what tiffin is, look that up. Well, damn. Knee deep? Hey, just don't get no shit on your kneecaps. Lord have mercy. Nightfall drop. I could have a whole live stream about that. How many people have we caught talking about there's no racism and then they acknowledge there's racism? Or their homelands have racism? What was it? 2022 when Kinda Valeza was on Fox Soul with Tariq and Marcel, and we exposed her talking about America has racism in Guyana. We don't deal with racism. And I sat there and I did that whole upload showing the racism in Guyana. They all do this. It must be something with the Indian countries. Yes, Guyana is an Indian country. There's got to be something because they act like there's no racism, but they have a whole class system. They have a whole caste system. But ain't no racism. Just like when I be cracking on Jamaicans, when they talk about why Americans always be talking about racism, I'm like, yeah, I know damn well y'all got the Chinese run down there, running everything. And you gonna tell me there ain't no racism. How many countries can we name that claim that they don't deal with racism, and then we go read articles, they have racism? They literally killed a black boy down there while he was getting coconuts. And then the black people went back and killed the Indians who people killed the black boy. Please miss me. All right. Let me go Cardance. Hello. Let's read this article. One of the Arizona Senate's election auditors has fired back at Maricopa County over its dispute of his findings. And goodness, is this thing getting bizarre? Shiva Ayyadurai couldn't convincingly counter the county's point-by-point debunking of his insinuations that the F word may have been afoot in last year's election. So instead, he accused county officials of racism. Whoa, boy. Oh, no. He didn't do that. Yes, he did. You lying fuck. Oh, Lord. Hey, somebody go get him. He about to have a breakdown. He about to have a breakdown. You heard me? America is not a racist country. Remember, Tim Scott said it. And we all believe Tim Scott, right? America is not a racist country. So please. Racism. Okay. So how did that work out for Carrie Lake? She's white. And they did the same thing to her. But all right. Specifically, that the county's response to his painfully uninformed analysis of early ballot envelope images constituted a racist smear campaign, an attack conducted with the help of Arizona Mirror associate editor Jeremy Duda. Seriously, dude? The inability of Maricopa County election officials and their loyal scribe to keep in line a dark-skinned East Indian American who dares to use his hard-earned scientific and engineering training and intelligence is the source of this real racism, he wrote in a rather remarkable report Thursday to Senate President Karen Fann and Attorney General Mark Brnovich. Or Brnovich. Is he serious? Sir, I thought there was no racism. Why are you bringing up what color you are, sir? Oh, boy. Gotta love it. Their racist attack aimed to shame me back into the segregationist box of behavior that they deem acceptable for a person of my background. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, I can't read no more. I can't read no more. I'm gonna put this in the chat. I can't read no more. Oh my God. Anybody want to say something about the Indian one time before we get up out of here? I put a link in the chat. Hey, wait a minute. I might have to go listen to this campaign again. Wait a minute. Lying bastard.
President of the United States of America. I was born a low caste untouchable in India's caste system, a system of aristocracy, oppression, and racism.
So over there, you were nobody, but over here, you want to use your color. Yes, he was. Oh, you say we good? Say less. I go cook early then. That's what's up. That's what I like. All right, family. There you go. Like bastard. Wait. Ooh, somebody wants to say something. Blueberry Muffin, good morning.
Hi, good early morning. I was in the shower and I had your podcast on, and I started like, what the frickety frack? Pause. These East Indians, whether they're from the subcontinent or in the diaspora, are just off the Richter right now. First of all, this dark-skinned so-and-so is darker than the majority of the people in the chat. He's darker than my husband. And my husband's, Hershey's extra dark. So, second of all, who is he to talk about politically being ostracized as an East Indian in the political process with a science degree? First of all, Ro Khanna on the Democrat side is a tech mogul, tech giant. He's using his scientific skills to fleece and finesse people, all of his tech bros that's financing his campaign. He needs to go over and talk to Ro Khanna, all right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. He never talked to Pramila Jayapal, who's, scientifically inclined too. What is it with these East Indians and science? Anyway, but listen, he's just, what do you call it? Bitter that he can't gain traction. Nobody cares about him.
He should have stayed with Fran Drescher.
You know what? I think that's why he's getting all of this backlash. Okay? People actually like Fran Drescher. All right? And she has a marketable skill, which is acting. All right? And she's still out there politically active and so on and so forth. I think what happened with him is, first of all, we know he's a hater. We know he's jealous. And just like Tim Scott, when they get their wake-up call, okay, Tim Bleeding Gums, Forrest Gump style Scott got his nigga wake-up call. Well, this guy got his curry East Indian. No, he's Indo-Guianese, so that would be roti and basap shot. He got that kind of wake-up call. No offense, I actually like basap shot. Anyway,
Watch your teeth.
but still, with the Indo-Guianese, listen, down there they don't play because the Indo-Guianese, they was working on the plantations with the Afro-Guianese. The only difference is the Afro-Guianese literally ran the Indo-Guianese out the paint. This happened in the 80s and in the 90s. That's why they come up here and talk crap all the time. Because like you pointed out, that recent incident where, what is it, eye for an eye, those black folks down there really did take an eye for an eye. That's what those Indo-Guianese are afraid of. And so they think that when they come to the United States, they can run that same game. But guess what? We're no different from the Afro-Guianese, except for we're just a little bit more sophisticated. We like to toy with them before we go in.
The thing, they couldn't run that game after 9/11 because when 9/11 happened, them Indo-Guyanese were getting their ass whooped.
Speak on that. Speak on that.
Yeah, every day after 9/11, them Guyanese were around the corner of the school fighting.
I remember that period of time because my daughter was in elementary school. Okay, she was in elementary school. And unfortunately, what happens with the parents gets filtered down to the kids. And the kids were fighting. She got in the fights. And I found out it was a racial fight with somebody who was Indo-Guianese. And, you know, my husband at the time, he's more diplomatic than I am. And he just called it out for what it is. It's a caste system, a racial hierarchy. And he broke it down to those Indo-Guianese parents. And they were stunned. They were like, well, how dare you? How can you? He just said, simply put, you got colorism in the Caribbean. You got the Indian caste system, and you bring that here. And then your son, who got whipped by my daughter, he has to take that. Yes, my daughter, who was like 6-year-old, whooped their son's butt, who was 10.
I'm talking about.
And I think that's what it was. They were so busy looking down upon us as people who have no sense, no valor, nothing. But when a 6-year-old girl beats your 10-year-old son's butt, and you know, and it's a male thing, all right, especially among folks from the subcontinent. It's a male thing, and he was dishonored. And I was just like, well, there was no honor to begin with. You can't teach your kid, and this was me, I remember saying this to both of the parents, you can't teach your kids to hate and hate other people without that hate coming back and dealing you something. All right? Call it karma, call it whatever it is, but that's just what it is. Whatever you put out there is going to come right back to you. And that's all I got to say. Black first and boots to asses.
Yep. Thank you for that, Blueberry Muffin B1. Hey, everybody give Blueberry Muffin a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. She came in with the heat. Yes, we are voting the couch 2024. I don't see no clapping. Can I get a clap for Blueberry Muffin one time? And also give her a clap because she just became a drop. That's right. She became a drop. You will see it probably Monday. She just became a drop. All right. I guess we're going to get up out of here, fam. Oh, man, the stories I could tell y'all post 9/11 in New York, boy. Woo! But yeah, this Dr. Shiva character. Yeah. Sir, you're not. Yes. Yes, Danina, drop. You know, one of these.
Yo! Look at the coons. Wow.
Yes, that's what we call a drop. She just became one. I'm just trying to figure out if she's going to be audio or video. I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, she became Drop Squad. But yes, to hell with this dude. But, you know, it's election season. Everybody's trying to get the last of the griff. Because, as we said, November 5th, 2024, regardless of who wins.
TikTok. 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 TikTok.
It's over. But anyway, I will catch you on the next one. Hopefully you learned something here. If you did, I done my job. If not, I will try to be better next time. Okay, fine. Fuck it. I'll tell y'all. Be back here around 12 o'clock. Tori and I will be live together. We're going to talk about this Candace Owens and how she claimed she had the blackest week ever, which ended at Fresh and Fit. Didn't realize they were black, but okay. We all have our own standards for black, I guess. But yes, we will see y'all around 12 o'clock on Tori's channel. So take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. And oh, remember to vote the couch 2024.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything. Oh, hey, oh, 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 hey, hey,